Hey summoners, and welcome back to another ProGuides Wild Rift video. My name is Kha'Zix, and for today's video we have an insane jungle gameplay for you from yet another pro player. None other than GLD Zefta took it upon himself to test out our mathematically correct Kha'Zix guide. And let me tell you this, he nailed it. So let's just get straight to it. At this current point in time, junglers really don't care too much about optimizing their jungle clear. You see them run around the map and not get punished due to the existence of passive experience, also known as growth experience. With that, you can just do 2 camps and wait a little bit to hit level 3 and be fully functional as a champion. However, there are also ways to hit level 4 before or as Scuttle spawns. Thanks to that, you'll most of the time have 1 level advantage over your enemy, which means more base stats and an additional skill point you can allocate to your liking. So for the jungle clear, we want to start with red buff and make sure not to smite it. It's a single target camp and there's no reason to waste a valuable charge of smite for a camp we instantly kill anyway. Rather use this smite to pull the raptor camp and save some time. Then try to position yourself in a way in which you can hit all monsters with your second ability and your cleaving auto attacks. After that, you transition towards your wolf camp. Here you do the same, use smite to pull them. While doing this camp, you want to slowly kite towards your other camps to maximize efficiency, and another important fact here is that you won't skill your third ability on level 3. You'll rather put another point in your first ability to increase the clear speed and level up your third ability on level 4. Even more important here is that we don't do blue buff before crab. We kill Gromp. Gromp has less health and less armor than blue buff, so it takes less time to kill this frog in comparison to blue buff, which then again means we'll make it on time for the crab and are ready to mess someone up as we are level 4. However, that's only the default jungle clear. In this case we want to focus on a Baron side full clear, because we see the enemy Baron laner, the Malphite, is low HP. We want to use this to accelerate the game, as Malphite will be unable to do anything with his current resources, and the enemy jungler is an Evelynn. She's a super weak early game champion, so we just want to abuse her weakness. Even though we are low after this invade, we can still go for the crab, as the enemy team is still respawning and Evelynn will take some time to get back into position. Really fortunate for us is the fact that Evelynn is literally griefing here and allows us to go for 2 scuttle grabs rather than 1 into recalling for base. With that, we're able to recover a lot of HP and continue being active on the map. For this, it was very important that we see what is happening on the map at all times, and the best part about this very play is that we get so much extra gold for our power spike. With the 2500 power spike, we can turn into a real monster, and to make the most use of our time, we try to be a little bit more active until we got exactly that amount of gold, just because it happened to be very convenient. And before we continue with the video, make sure to check out our Discord in the description below. We're running a lot of giveaways and regular events that you shouldn't miss, so I guess I'll catch you there. After resetting, we have our entire jungle available and we wouldn't make it in time for the play anyway. To be efficient in this case, we want to collect a secure income over the running around aimlessly. Even better is the fact that we get some extra golden experience from the wave, and the Herald is just 10 times the value for a Kha'Zix than a dragon will ever be. Just the amount of gold from Herald and the plates helps us snowball so much more than a dragon. It's insane. So we get that and extend our play for the bot lane tier 1 tower. Lucky us, by the way. The enemy team didn't read that play or wasn't able to capitalize on the fact that we took Herald to trade it for Dragon. Thanks to that, we simply get both. However, a lot of people on our team died, which really reduced the value of getting the Dragon and made the game harder than it needed to be at that very point in time. Here we want to wait until Malphite starts trading with the Lucian, and then we walk behind them to cut off Malphite's escape path. The only way Malphite could escape is by using Flash and ult. However, as long as Lucian reacts properly, there's no way he survives, and afterwards we want to use that pressure to invade and catch people off guard with rotations. To briefly speak about evolves and why we take the evolves we do. Evolving the first ability grants us the most damage and clear speed we can ask for. Evolving the second ability after allows us to be relevant, as we can engage and peel for the team at any point after getting it. It's just very consistent. Last but not least, we want to evolve our wings. This really puts emphasis on our previous evolves. With that, we can catch people off guard from a mile away and can engage as well. It's just super easy because this range is insane. We just become so slippery and impossible to kill. However, even then, we cannot win against Greed. Greed will, eventually, be a downfall, as it happens a bit later with the Evelynn and Yasuo. Nonetheless, if the Evelynn wasn't there in stealth, Yasuo would have died instantly. The blessings of a Kha'Zix, by the way. Let's take a small break for a question of the day here. Who do you think is the more consistent assassin in Wild Rift? Rengar or Kha'Zix? And why? As per usual, let us know in the comment section below. Here we see an isolated Malphite and capitalize on that instantly. Even though he's supposed to be a tank, he's still just made of paper when he's facing us. And as you can see, anyone who walks into us when isolated just dies. But we are still very squishy and have to play fights slowly if required. But if we do so, we can easily carry them without breaking a sweat. By the way guys, against champions such as Evelynn, Kha'Zix and Rengar, don't try to split as an AD carry. You will die, there's no way around it, and your team will be at a major disadvantage. On the flip side though, if you're playing those champions, pay attention to the map so you can get yourself fed of those mistakes. It's just super easy because people really don't care. For some unknown reason, our team is forcing random plays in the enemy jungle when Baron is available. Them dying could lead to a huge loss, and it's a major mistake for them to make that play. However, we cannot change anything about that as we are not in range. So we can only take CS and fix waves, so the enemy cannot take everything for free after killing our teammates. As the enemy team was out of position and we are Kha'Zix, which basically means we can take Baron in the flash, we just go for it. Ideally though, we wouldn't be the one tanking the Baron, because we are dealing the most damage to the Baron. As our team gets picked off because they were too slow and forced us to tank, we have to yet again play it slowly and wait for our chances. Which is exactly the way you need to play on Kha'Zix. Patience will always pay off and you can determine fights with your sheer presence anyway, as the enemy needs to respect you. If they don't, you might use that window to make a play. AD carries hate that trick. As the game enters the later stages and we have the Baron buff on us, it's very important to start shadowing teammates. So basically stay out of enemy vision and wait for the enemy to attack a seemingly alone ally. And anyway, regardless of what happens, we'll always remain useful by being able to shoot out our spikes towards the enemy team. This evolve is really broken. Yet again we played patient. No real reason to get ourselves into a dangerous spot here. Spam your spikes and wait for a moment in which someone isolates himself. One-shot him and continue with the next target until you force the enemy team into surrendering. Kha'Zix is just so good that he can do that with ease. So if you're interested in the build and want to see how the theory works behind Kha'Zix, you need to check out our mathematically correct Kha'Zix build. And with that, we're at the end of today's video. Thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel to never miss anything Wild Rift again.